The Charlotte Hornets came into last night's game at 7-7 in the midst of the playoff hunt and a surprising 7th in offensive rating. And if you were wondering who was responsible for this early season success, look no further than Kemba Walker. Kemba lit the Sixers up for a career-high 60 points, more than any other player this year and the most since Devin Booker went for 70 a year and a half ago. So let's look at his buckets and see just how he was able to light up such a good defensive team and how it just wasn't enough in the end, as Jimmy Butler helped make Kemba's night special for 52 minutes and 57 seconds, but ruined it in the last 3. They start out with a nice little backscreen action, and then have Zeller turn right around and set a pin down for him. He rounds out his cut in order to help him catch and get proper alignment by going to the ball, and he nets a nice little 17-footer. This set is a little weird as Lamb is screening Embiid from the outside while Kemba is getting a ball screen to the inside. It does allow him to turn the corner, and Embiid doesn't slide over to contest this tough lefty on the way down off the glass shot. Jimmy tries forcing Kemba away from the double ball screen out top, but this only works if Embiid had dropped back in between the ball and the basket. Kemba uses his body to shield the ball, double pumps, and softly banks this tough shot in. On the break, they force a scramble, which finds a mismatch out top, and Muscala has no hope in Kemba's trademark step back from 22 feet. A little past the halfway mark of the second quarter, and simply jogging the ball up court catches the Sixers again out of position, and once Kemba gets that left foot lower than Muscala's left foot, it's over. And check the nice 2-foot jump in rhythm, quick release off the glass. The double ball screen out top materializes once he crosses half court, but check the explosive change in direction to split the screens, and I love the jump stop, letting Amir Johnson float by and laying it in off the glass. Same play, and the defense again switches the first screen, but Shamet is caught underneath the second ball screen, and that's just too much room for a guy who can hit a bit above average on 10 attempts per game. This time, the Hornets get Kemba involved in flex action as he sets a slice screen for Marvin Williams, then gets his own pin down from Zeller, a nice hop to find the alignment and quick release before Butler can get there. While he filled it up for 23 points in the first half, the real magic happened in the second half, starting with some pinch post action that goes awry in the beginning, but when Zeller spins away from the handoff out top, he gets a step on Embiid. Butler is stuck trying to help, and nice bounce pass to get Kemba the easy layup. On this tap back, the Hornets get another possession, and Kemba is probably the shiftiest player in the league. Watch the inside-out dribble combined with splitting his feet to the left. Shamet is left in no man's land. Zeller buries him, and Kemba buries the wide-open 3-ball. Jeremy Lamb can't get anything going as Shamet keeps him away from the ball screen, so it reverses with very little time on the clock. Check the jab step on the catch, rejecting the screen, and then catches both defenders off balance with an off-foot layup. Perfect. So much of Kemba's genius is what I think is the secret to basketball, lifting both feet in the air at the same time. Watch how he lands in a jump stop into a crossover, forcing Butler to open up, and Walker hits him with a gorgeous left foot plant into the easy step back from 14. You don't get to 60 points without hitting some impressive shots, and this drop back by Embiid is just too far. But credit Fultz for hustling back around the screen, and when everyone in the gym knows he's going to shoot the step back, he hits him with a shot fake and step-through floater. Again, a simple pushing off the ball gets the Sixers cross-matched badly. Embiid doesn't get there fast enough, and another perfect hop into a 3 gets the Hornets a lead. Moving on to crunch time, the Sixers have a solid 10-point lead with more transition defensive problems. Butler forces him away from the screen. Embiid is kinda in position, but Kemba closes the angle with a left step and then shoots another off-foot lefty layup when Embiid doesn't want to risk a foul. The Hornets need some points in a hurry, and a simple flare screen catches Jimmy Butler sleeping. Embiid doesn't know what's happening until it's too late, and it's a lick my thumb and check the wind I'm so wide open 3-pointer. A 5-point lead with under 3 minutes to go should be manageable for the Sixers, but wouldn't you know it, they get killed in transition again when Butler is too nonchalant picking him up. And check the beautiful back screen on Embiid in the lane by Zeller, which takes out Butler at the same time, as Kemba lays it in to cut it to 3. A simple split screen at the elbow catches Butler running straight into it. There's a pattern here, as it's always Embiid's man screening, and another wide open 3 that makes this game interesting. They're still down by 4 with under 90 seconds to go, and finally Embiid steps out on the screen and forces him back. Again, both feet lift and plant out of the retreat dribble to allow him to use a spring effect to leave Butler in his dust, and Embiid desperately trying to stay close. Check the change of pace, 1-2 with the left step again closing the distance to enable his body to protect the ball and get it in off the glass. Here's where this game became one of the best of the season. Down by 2, under a minute, everybody in the gym knows it's going to be Kemba shooting this. This time, they screen with Wilson Chandler's man. Butler contains it well, but Kemba executes another step back behind the line. There's really no room to get this off, but boom, it banks in, and we've got an MJ-like shrug game as Kemba doesn't even know his own powers. They try to run the same flare screen action for Kemba. Embiid steps out to prevent the 3, so the next progression is to blow by him, and the Sixers are forced to foul him and put him on the line. Butler tries to go hero ball at the end of regulation, and while it's a decent look, it doesn't fall, and somehow this game is going to overtime. If you haven't noticed a theme here, they run another ball screen with Zeller. Embiid gives him a nice cushion and can't even get a hand up on this vicious step back, and this is like a layup for him. Down 3, Jeremy Lamb took advantage of a well-spaced floor, blows right by Simmons, uses his own off-foot layup, gets a phantom call, and ties it up with a free throw and 1. Brett Brown huddles his team and draws up a play. But what in the basketball god's name is this? In a tie game with a full shot clock, you don't throw the riskiest pass possible, a lob with no meaningful action beforehand by Embiid. This is a terrible turnover, and the only problem for the Hornets was they advanced the ball before the timeout, meaning they have to inbound it deep in the backcourt instead of at the half court where they maybe could have gotten a quick shot at a 2-for-1. This is where Butler somehow figured out a will and a way. First, this screen was slipped by Marvin Williams, but he's got to make contact on the defender. As a result, Butler is able to stay with Kemba, rise up, and not only block this shot, but look how he keeps his foot in bounds, gets up in the air, and blocks it back to where he knows his teammate is. Normally, this is a terrible play to save the ball back to the other team's basket, but Butler clearly knows Chandler is there. With another chance, they go back to Butler ball, and he just calmly winds the clock down, and in shades of Kyrie's Game 7 in the Finals winner, sidesteps to his right, a more difficult shot than going to his left, and cold buries it in Dwayne Bacon's face. This was a stunning way to end the game, and the crowd didn't know what hit him. It's always bittersweet when the home team's player detonates for 60 points, but the team loses. Yet it was a thrilling ride, and in a sign of respect, Jimmy Butler had some good analysis of what happened.
Oh man, resiliency. I think in the end we stayed with it, we stayed together. I will say, Kemba gave me 60 tonight. I will have to say that one.
Thank you so much, Jimmy.
As this crazy season keeps going, who knows what other types of insane scoring numbers we'll see from both an individual and team standpoint. It's clear the league wants games to be like this, and if we continue to get epic finishes like this game, then I'm in. And sports fans, if you like videos like this, be sure to give us a thumbs up and a comment down below. Don't forget to click on the bell and adjust your notification settings so you can get alerted the minute we drop another great video. Also, don't forget to check out our merch. It's just one click away right above the comments, and you can tell everybody you're a friend of The Breakdown with one of our shirts. The podcast is another great place for more great NBA analysis and to be part of the conversation. You in?